Okay. We have enough people over here. פה יש, כאן יש כבר 60 איש כבר פה. לא נעכב אותם. אוקיי, רבותיי. So we're still dealing with the self-image of the child. I want to wrap things up, to say a few other things, and we're going to move to the next one. And we're going to talk about values, ערכים. מה נקרא בבית ערך? Something valuable. Okay? Wait and see. לא, זה בכלל not even for discussion, אבא ואמא. What things in the house you have, the kids see that is valuable for you. It's important for you, important. We'll get to it. So here we go. Kids, since they start to understand something, they grow up imitating, חקיינות, and whom they have to imitate. אבא ואמא. Then there is nobody else that they can imitate, only us. And pay attention, sometimes a child 3 or 4 years old, if it's a girl, she wants to wear Ima's shoes, right? And she said, Ima, can you put me lac, please, nail polish? Where did she see it? What did she see it? Right? Or you see a child, can? מתפרע, wild. Where did he pick it up? Probably Abba or So they imitating us. And they're very good at it. Wow. Much better. Okay. So one of the yesodot, meaning the fundamental point in the house, is to implement, there is something that called Shuva. מה זה Shuva? People think that to do Shuva is to go 55 times a day to the mikveh, and I don't know what, taniyot, far away from the truth. Shuva is admitting. Can we teach our kids to admit that they did something wrong? Many kids, they're coming and they don't know what wrong means, because they grew up in a house that everybody's right. They never heard Ima saying, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. And Abba, בוודאי שלא, of course not. So what do they see? It's my fault. It's your fault. בדיוק כמו אמא שלך. Copy אבל. Copy. Meaning, so now the child, he is there and he's saying, to admit, כל העולם ייחרב. You're not allowed to admit. So if you're not admitting, if one day this child will go to yeshiva and they're going to tell him, tshuva means admitting I was wrong. He will not know even what to do. Is it me? ושיעשה אשמנו, בגדנו, כן? חוץ ממני. אשמנו כל אלה, כולם. מינו. אשמתם. Because it's so important that the child should hear, yes, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Okay? And we, from where we coming from ארץ ישראל, right? אתם ראיתם פעם איזה מישהו שעשה טעות? Is there one Israeli that ready to admit that he made a mistake? Rarely. אם בכלל there is. מה פתאום? מה אתה מבלבל את המוח? אתה חילק. So, and Hashem is waiting for us until last moment of your life. Even in the last moment you say, Hashem, you know what? I was wrong. Hashem says, okay. Finally you admitting. And that's called Shuva. You should see in the Rambam Ilchot Shuva, and the Rambam will tell you, right? Vidui devarim. You have to say, I admit. So it's a big part of the chinuch. Here we go. In our house, right? Let's say a child says, Imar, can I have Shoko? Okay. Ima coming, here is the Shoko. And the child says, I was asking you a cold one. Why do you give me a hot one? Oof! תשתי כבר, נו. אל תבלבל לי את המוח. מה, שאני אחליט לך על זה עכשיו? You can drink it. It's not that hot. Especially when we're tired, at the end of the car and koach, we don't have the, and we're saying to the child, instead of saying to the child, oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Mommy will go and we'll change it. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. It's not only that you're going to change it, you plant a seed to the child, you plant a seed, you don't see it, right? Because it's, okay, no. But you planted a seed that the child said, Ima said, sorry, I made boo-boo. Okay, I'm going to bring you the right one. Until now, you thought that is something that important? Say the truth. No, right? No. Wow. Bechinuch, every small thing, it becomes big. You have to understand. Every small thing is a big deal for the future. So if the child see Abba says, oh, you know what? Yes, I admit it was my mistake. Or Ima saying, oh yes, I made a boo-boo. This child in the classroom, when the teacher will ask something, and he will raise his hand, and the tshuva and the answer of his will not be so good, and the teacher will say, you're wrong, he will not collapse. You know whom will collapse? A child that's coming from home that everybody is right. And the teacher will tell you wrong. Wrong? Me? How can I be wrong? So right away, the teacher is no good. She's nasty. She's this. Why? Because she said he's wrong. And what will happen? He will not participate anymore in the class. In testing, the child will do well, but he's not participating. Why not? Huh? personally, he said, she's saying that I'm wrong. So he's losing the confidence. All of a sudden, he feels that he's almost retarded because he's wrong. He's coming from home that nobody is wrong. What a damage. It's a damage. Now, we're not doing things intentionally. Nobody here in this room and on the Zoom doing things intentionally. For sure not. Yes? We don't know. Okay, good. So now we by not knowing what we're doing from time to time, we're mixing up the children. They get mixed up. Yeah. It's very important to tell the child what you expect from him so he knows what you're expecting from him. And what do you want from him? Sometimes the toys over there, balagan, and say, why didn't you fix the toys? Did you tell me? Oh, here we go. I know it's coming. Kol hakavod. She's saying that the child has to understand on his own.
No, you tell them a few times, but then eventually aren't they supposed to learn after I play? We clean. They know it's a rule. They know that's the
Okay.
why we want to play.
Good. This is a long discussion, but let me give you introduction. Yesterday, it was in the class, right? Yesterday. The Gemara says, when a baby is born, Air pere adam mivaled. מה זה Air pere? מה זה Air? אתה יודע מה זה Air? Air, עין יוד רש, זה חמור קטן, כן? Air, and is wild. Go try to put on a donkey, a wild one, a saddle. שים עליו עוקף. בעיתות שאתה תקבל, he will kick you in, because he doesn't want it. He wants הפקרות. Anarchy he wants. Our children are חמורים קטנים. Welcome to the club. Okay? Because the Yetzer Hara, you're dealing with Yetzer Hara. Until 13 years old, if he's a boy, a girl 12 years old, you're dealing with Mamash Yetzer Hara. What are you expecting out of them? They want Efkerut. They want anarchy. They don't want to do anything for you. So you're expecting them to be Baalei Chesed, to see that Ima almost going to faint over here. So how come he didn't fix the toys? Ma, are you blind? Don't you see I'm already? No, Shalom. That's what you're expecting from a child? That's whom you do. When you know whom you're dealing with, so you know what to expect and what they can do and what they cannot do. She said, how come they don't pick it up by themselves?
So every day.
Excuse me 1 second. Is your husband understand everything by himself, or you have to tell him 58 times, not 55? 58 times, yes? Okay? And he already going to shul, Yetzer Tov yesh lo. He hears all the shiurim. And still, how many times I have to tell you? And we want from a child, 7 and 8 years old, how come you don't understand? That we have a person almost 40 years old and didn't pick it up yet. Is it fair?
It's not fair, but it's also not fair for us. Not fair.
Listen, I didn't say it is fair. I didn't say. Okay?
Now I feel bad asking them.
No.
No, you're supposed to ask them.
You're supposed to ask.
Do it on their own. But isn't that the point
אבל
of
כמו
you?
שהם אמרו, מוצאי שבת שעבר, עוזרת מגיעה, וזה לא פייר. It's not right, אני אומרת לה.
Okay, so now, let me tell you, and I think I told you, we had a maid from day one.
Yeah.
I hope that you recall that, right?
Of course, I didn't forget that.
Yes, because I wanted to spoil my wife. She's a person, she is bat melech, and that's what she is, and I have to treat her accordingly. So I told her, you don't touch nothing, I don't want to see you cleaning. And the kids saw it and said, Oppa, the Trumpistin came. The hitchhikers. They said, we wanted also. Why she's not cleaning our rooms? And I told them, okay, Abotai, come here. Everybody, have a seat. I have something very important to tell you. The maid is only for mommy because I have a contract with her. I promised her. You, I don't owe anything. Actually, you owe me. So follow the rules, please. The maid will not clean your room. Yeah, because we want you to clean, you have to understand that you have some responsibilities also. Don't ask what I got.
Okay, so from what age is it okay to expect that? From what age is it okay?
When they go into school already, of course, they understand. Come on. They understand faster than you. I promise you, they're very sharp.
Yeah, הם לא לוקחים אותנו ברצינות.
Why? Why don't they?
אולי נעשה להם את זה פעם אחת ואז נדעו. כאילו, לא תנקם.
Because they know that you're not going to stand by your words. They know it already. Okay, good. כן, כן.
הם קטנים.
אבל גם החמור הקטן שהלך אל הגן, יהיה, כן? אוקיי? חביבי, this is your job. And you stand there. He will kick you back, but you stand there and say, okay, Habibi, you're going to have to do it. No screaming, don't open up your eyes like a tzfardea kara. Excuse me? Huh? No. Shake it quietly. You have to do it. I'm not going to clean it for you.
I don't wanna.
Okay. Stay like this. You know you're not going to take it. Because your house has to be a pharmacy, right?
That's the problem.
I'm saying to every lady, Jewish home, how do we know that is a Jewish home? Is a balagan, meaning the house is alive. If you get into a house that everything is mamash kacha, they're very close already to the cemetery. No kids, no klum, two skinim, and whatever is there, or chas v'shalom bar minan, nobody should see it, you don't have kids. So whatever you put one thing, it will stay there forever. But home that have kids is alive. Baruch Hashem. It's very normal. And you should be happy for that. When the house is balagan, you have to be happy. Baruch Hashem, I have somebody who can make balagan over here. So now, the kids already knows you're gonna cave in because you like everything clean and neat. You cannot take it. They know already. They say, Mommy will do it. I will do it, no. And you kacha have that kagara. Oof. I'm not gonna let him play anymore. I'm telling you. until you sleep and you wake up. And you go, Mommy, can we play? Can. Go. Here we go. Yes? I don't have a camera in your house, I promise you, but we know that. We know it. So you have to be ikvi. What is it? Ikvi? Persistence. Don't, if you just open a little bit, you're done. You're done. A kid has a nose, pay attention. Sometimes she cannot cope with the kids. Abba comes, pitome the kids, מה זה? חיילים. Abba הגיע. Why? They know Abba have no patience, no monkey business. He will pick you from here. חביבי, לך הביתה. Go to sleep. אמא, with the plate. הקפות. הקפה ראשונה, אברהם אבינו. הקפה שנייה, יצחק אבינו. אתה יודע, once upon a time was a king, and this and that, and that. Then אמא, I can't do it. Can you do me a favor, feed this child? הנה אבא. בואי נא. Hey, I don't want to. Okay, go to sleep. אמא, מה עשית? This kid will listen to Abba faster than you are. Why? Because he knows Abba says, yes or no? Shalom Israel. Ima kacha v'kacha and this and that. Maybe I'll tell you a story. I'll do akafot. Maybe I'll take you outside. Maybe I'll tell you this. That's over the. So they're listening to Abba and say, Opa, here comes the authority. The kids, because Abba is coming, boom, like a wall. They know. They sense it. So why? Because he is persistence, ikvi. So now let's go to food for a second, okay? You have a child who doesn't like to eat. He's a bad eater. All right? Okay. You don't know what to do. Here comes your friend. Yeah? A friend. תתני לו, תדחפי לו. Push it in his other. Don't give up. The child needs vitamins. Otherwise, right? How is going to grow up? Don't give up. Here comes your aunt. What are you doing? Don't do that. Leave the food over here. Let him do what he wants. If he wants to eat, he will eat. If not, no. Don't force him. Okay? Now, you have already two opinions, right? Very good. Your mother is coming. Don't give up. Tell him stories. And if it doesn't work, you remember how they used to feed us? Kara. Okay? So, he has to eat. So now, what do you think you're going to do? You know what? If your friend is there, you're going to push this food into the mouth of the child because she said you have to do it. If your friend is there. If your aunt is there, you're going to put the food like this and okay, eat. If your mother is there, your child already said, today, my nose is gone. So you're mixing it up. The child don't know what to expect from you. So you have to decide what you want to do with your child, because it's your child, okay? And he might have intuition, okay? My advice is, if you're gonna ask me, don't force him to eat. Don't force. If the child wants, let him eat. It doesn't. Nobody died yet from starvation. I didn't hear yet. For all the years that I'm dealing with this, I never heard that a child died from this. Let me tell you something. For 8 years, okay, when I went to elementary school, today you have what? When Ima coming to school, can I see the menu, please? Like she's coming to a restaurant now. Can I see the menu? We had one menu. 8 years, I ate the same thing every day. The same soup, the same beans, the same chickpeas, I remember, and the same noodles with bread, and that was every day. We didn't say one boo בכלל. No. Yeah. And you see? So once I said to my mother, you know, maybe we can change. She said, okay, what shall I do for you? I told her, give me a sandwich in chocolate limricha with chocolate spread. I ate it for years and years and years. How much nutrition does it? Am I okay? Huh? I went to the army, okay? Everything was fine. This is באמת nonsense. Junk food, yes, the junk food that they have now, the Bamba and the Bisley and all kind of things. Okay, this I'll tell you, that's not so good. But other than that, don't force. Do you want to enjoy your food? Yes or no? Huh? And if I'll force you to eat something that you don't like, well, I don't like it. Imagine you have a husband say you have no choice. You cooked it, I'm not going to throw it out. You eat it now. What are you going to do? You know, kids are people too. Don't forget it. Kids are people too.
Them wanted to eat something else because they didn't like what I made.
Okay, good. Did you ask him what to make? No. Yes, my age.
I don't ask myself what I want to ask.
Makes your life easier.
They chose.
I asked the husband and he knows what they want.
You have to start to connect to yourself. That's what you like. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. Now, a child have tendency. Not every child is the same child. One child likes to read a lot. The other one, the opposite. Just to play, to jump up and down. And you say, how can it be? Why is like that? מה הולך פה? Some kids, they like to listen to music, and some kids say, can you shut it off, please? I can't take it. You annoying me already. You know, each child is something else. You cannot expect from the child, this one should be like this one should be like this one. Because then we're going to start to label them. And when you label a child, you finish them up. You lazy. You this. You tune deaf. You tune deaf. כמה labels אנחנו עושים בבית? How many labels? And if the school will call you and say, you know, we have to take your child for evaluation. Whoa. You're going to label my child? You want to label my child? What are you doing all day long? את עיוורת? את עיוורת? What, you blind? Don't you see the toys on the floor? How come you don't understand on yourself that you have to pick it up? So the child, if mommy said, I'm blind. Why?
No, but sometimes הם נכנסים למקום והם פשוט, I can't find it, I can't see it. But תני לעצמך chance לחפש את זה. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you tell them, just look for it, look around for it. I can't see it. You know, like, how do you deal with it? Like,
is there?
Do you go find it yourself?
So when I get up, I'll go find it. I'm like, Ine, it's a Paul. Oh, I didn't see it. Like, how do you just?
Good. You say, you know what? Mommy came to help you. Let's look for it together. So now you're showing that you care for her. Say, we found it. We found it. Hashem was so nice to us. Thank you, Hashem. That's it. Now, Ima, she is my competition. She found it, I don't find it, and she was so. The kids, they take it, you know, they take it all completely the opposite because they're kids. אני רואה שאתה אוהב את זה.
Well, then I have a question.
Yes, what's the question?
Anybody I'm real clean at the flat, if you don't want to eat, fine, you don't want to clean, okay, stay a mess. What really ticks me off, כשהם רבים ביניהם. ואומרים לי, אסור לך להתערב, אבל איך אפשר לראות ולשמוע את הצעקות ולפעמים את המכות ולא להתערב?
Okay, so now here we go. I agree with what you're saying. I didn't say that the house should be a chaos. Before you're doing something with the child, you have to make agreement with them. I want to play. Okay, I have no problem with this. But the rule is the rules, and that's how you're implementing rules. After you're gonna play, I want you to clean. I'm not gonna clean after you. You play, you clean. We made the deal. You say, yeah, I clean. Just to take you out. He finished. He's not cleaning. And you tell him in advance, if you're not gonna clean, you see the garbage can, the toy will go right there, and you're not gonna see it anymore. And you're not mean. You're loving this child because you're teaching him, you're gonna learn this house to keep your words. Many of us, we're giving promises and we're not fulfilling the promise, which is a terrible sin, all right? And you don't do it to a kid, and you have to teach him. We made a deal. Keep your deal. You don't want to keep it? There is a consequence, and the consequence is you're not going to see this toy anymore. And next time, if you want to play, I'm going to consult with Abba if we can let you, because you don't know how to keep your words. So now he knows Imar is going to consult with Abba. It's a very serious business over here. So that's how you implement. You're not going to take advantage of us, and you're not going to make, you're not going to make kaparot with us. We'll put you in line, but we have to say this is a boundary. And you love the child. He'll tell you, you mean, I don't like you. Okay, don't buy this.
What do you say to that?
Nothing. Mommy loves you.
ואם הם אומרים, okay, you can throw it in the garbage, I don't care.
Okay, good.
Throw it out.
Throw it out.
I do throw it out.
Good.
And then he takes it out of the garbage.
No,
You know, I put it outside, I throw it out.
I throw it out. I do, I throw it out. And they know that there are consequences if they don't pick it up.
Sometimes they don't come. I have a different question. What if
Oh.
you throw out and then
Thank
the
you.
Abba takes it out
Smash
from
it
the
up.
garbage?
Smash it, smash it.
Smash it?
Garbage, you know, you throw it out, don't bring it back.
I can-
Throw it out, that's it's over, gone. Finito. שילמדו לקח.
I have no problem throwing it out. I can
next
throw it out.
time, I promise you, they're not going to mess around with you. Kids are they fast learners.
Too fast.
You pay attention. I think I told you once here. A Rabbi have 25 boys in the classroom. You know what? 25 boys. We cannot cope with 2 of them. He has to cope with 25 coming from different homes. And they're sitting like lambs. Like lambs are sitting. Why? Because they know he means business. If you're not going to behave over here, there is a consequence and you're going to pay it. They know that. Every child will tell you. Afternoon, when the lady teachers come in, why? Sisu v'simchu v'simchat Torah. Even Simchat Torah don't look like that. They mop the floor with her. Why? Because you don't know what to do with them. She's not keeping well. I'm going to send you to the principal 5 times. I'm going to send you to the principal. Again, I'm going to send you to the principal. זה לא רחמנות. This is not called רחמנות. This is terrible. The child will not learn anything like this. Actually, we damage the child. He doesn't know boundaries. Okay. Now, do we let the child to express himself? To have something that he can choose in the house, or everything we have to choose for him? Like what? I'll give you an example. No, I'll give you an example. Yeah. A little girl, okay? How do you want me to brush your hair? Should I make you a pigtail? Or you want a pony? What do you want? Let her pick. So at least she feel I'm somebody in this house. They're asking me, you know? I'm not only a piece of furniture that you can move from place to place and I have nothing to say. Give them the feeling that they also, you know, they important. Ask the child, when do you want to do the homework? It's your call. We have to do homework, but it's your call when you want to do it. Before supper, after supper, before you play, after you play, it's your choice. We're going to leave it up to you, but it must be done. But when to do it, that's for you. Okay? Good. Helping at home. You have to clean the table, to take the plates into the kitchen, to take the garbage out, to sweep the floor, whatever it is. Okay. we have this, sweep the floor, take the plates to the kitchen and everything else. Who wants to do what? Your choice. Usually what we do, you clean the table. You
Because
sweep
they
the
choose
floor.
nothing.
Ma?
Because they choose to do nothing.
No, and choose nothing. We have 4 things that we have to do. And if you're not going to clean, you're not going to like it. I promise you. You're not going to clean. Tomorrow, I'm not serving any food over here. I'm going to make a small table in the kitchen for me and Abba for Shabbat. And you,
I think anyone here has the ability to do that.
when we get to the class, how to punish a child, you're going to have many surprises. You're going to come out clean, no screaming, no shouting, no klum. Yara, with a smile on your face, you're going to make the child, it calls self-punishment. We'll get to it. We have time yet. When you say you clean, meaning you are the captain and he is the soldier, the child don't want to do it. Let them have some free choice in the house. They know that they have to do, but each one should take this. So now, if you know that they like to fight about it, I don't like to sweep, I don't like this or that. So now we have a job. Before Yom Shabbat. Before. Not when you cannot teach a soldier how to shoot at the Arabs while he is in the battlefield. This you do before. Many times we get ourselves into the battlefield and now is a who will get hurt? You. What we're going to do? Before Shabbat, I'm going to cook whatever you like, but you have to understand, we're going to have to clean after that. Ima will sit down and you're going to take care of everything else. I'm sure that you're not doing that. Yes? Ma?
I think also our kids are young.
How young?
My oldest is 5.
No, 5 is okay. 5 is
3.
Huh?
8.
8 is okay. Are you ready? Yeah.
8 and 6 of them.
Sometimes they want to help.
They do, and that's.
I knew it's coming.
I let them do it.
You're so
And I
good.
have to do it after them.
Oh,
At least you're giving them that chance to do it.
No, I do.
so what you doing?
I
know that.
While I do it.
Mothers like to do everything fast by themselves, and they cannot see that the child making balagan now is until she'll do it, I can do it 5 times and much better than her. Go to sleep, go. So you shut her up. There. Meaning you're sending a signal you're not capable. Let Ima do it. Ima, she is perfect. So then say, I need your help. So you need my help? You're perfect. Oh, you need help? You're doing very good, Ima. You're doing very well, yeah.
My daughter asked me for 3 days, let me do dishes. So I remember what you said.
Yes.
With confidence.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, no problem. Today she did the dishes. She got the whole world wet.
Good.
I didn't care.
Good.
I said, good job. Yalla, מחר יום שישי את מסתכלים.
Very good.
I remember what you said.
כל הכבוד.
And because I remember what you said about confidence.
אין דבר. Good. That's how you learn.
הבן שלי, תני לו רק סחבה במגע. הנה היום, הוא בן 2.5, הוא רצה לאכול לבד. אמרתי, הוא אומר לי, לא, הוא התרתע, אמרתי לו, תן לו, זה בסדר.
Good.
הכל טוב. He stepped away, זה היה כל לא קשה. He stepped away. לא, באמת, הוא התרתע, עכשיו,
שומע ישראל?
It's okay. I told him, it's okay. Before you came, he did a beautiful job. Let him feed him by himself. לא משנה שהוא התלכלך, אבל החלך.
בסדר.
בסדר.
Good.
He ate all and it's fine.
That's how he gets confidence. He's a mommy, trust me.
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. He's a big boy.
You know what it is for him? Well, like you made this
Yeah, but
this child telling you.
Baby, I'm a big boy.
And a big boy. You say, yes, you're big boy. You're such a tzaddik, you're a big boy. Here, eat by yourself. That's the right word. Okay. So now, leave the child some space, okay? What she did, very good. And what you did, excellent. Okay, let them. What? Everything that we do right away so good? I don't think so. Okay. מה הבעיה? ברוך אתה אדוני מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בו.
לא רוצה להתקלח. לא רוצה להתקלח. אני נותן לו הכל בהסכמים, נותן לו 90% מהפרויקט, הכל מה שאתה רוצה. מגיעים בשלב של המקלחת, לא. יושב על הרצפה, אני צריך להרים אותו, אני מותש. סוף המקלחת, אני אגזוסט.
בן כמה הוא?
בן 4. אני צריך אותו בכוח, אני להרים אותו, זה...
This child, you know, the kids, they need attention. Sometimes they get their attention in a positive way. And if they're not going to get it in a positive way, so they're going to get it in a negative way. Your child somehow, I don't know what's going on there, decided that he can draw attention only for himself, not including the sisters in the business, when he's going to take a bath or shower. Then he's going to draw attention. Then you're only there. You don't care now what the sisters are doing, right? You're only with him. He said, at least I have Abba all for me. Meaning he wants to send you messages, okay? You're sharing your time with everybody, and I don't have a quality time with you. The only quality time is when I take a shower. So now I'm going to show you. And he takes the kishkes out of you, yes? Kishkes, oh, very good. Very good. So now, kids, they know how to draw attention. They know. Sometimes they're doing balagan in school, bedafka. They don't. They know now the principal will call Abba, will call Ima, Ima Abba Yavo, Abba will leave the way. Babayit in the house, they don't do that. Now I became the center of the show. Even though he gets all the embarrassment, he doesn't care. He says, now all the focus is on me. Azar Korim Alai. I am the main show now. That's how child operates. We as a grown up, for us it's very hard to understand this language. But you'll be surprised. Many people that I know, older ones, also try to draw attention, right? We spoke about it over here. Yeah? They put earring over here and earring over there and tattoos, or if it's a lady, she goes short, open over here, open over there. What do you want? I want somebody to clap for me. I need attention. That's all we need. Okay, Yofi. This attention, it can drive a person to the walls. Especially if it's driving us crazy. We want attention. How many times you fought with your husband and you don't give me attention? Yes? How many times it happened? Say the truth, no? Yalla.
Every day.
You don't talk to me, you don't care. מה אתה כל הזמן עם הטלפון הזה כבר, נמאס לי מהטלפון, נשבור את זה. באמת אני אשבור את הטלפון. זהו. Don't you want attention? So time it by thousands, that's what a kid needs. You know, until now, no, I'm not a youngster anymore. I can be in the middle of a shiur and my phone is ringing. If I see a number of one of my kids, I say to everybody, excuse me, I have to pick up the phone. And I'm saying to my child, you know, I'm in the middle of a shiur. Can you wait? They don't know what I'm doing. He said, my Abba stopped the shiur for me. I'm so important. They don't know what I'm doing to them. But they know wherever they call me, no matter where I am, I'll answer back. Because we were trained, your child needs you. Attention, if he calls you, pick up the phone. Sometimes in the middle of the tefillah, I'll pick up the phone. I'll pick up the phone. Why? He's my child.
Also for wife to pick up and
On my wife, בכלל, I will answer even if I'm asleep. I'll answer. Of course, I will answer.
yeah. Middle of shiur Torah,
Middle of shiur, I say yes, Habibi. And I tell everybody, excuse me, the most important person on earth now. I'm on the phone with her. You have to excuse me. And I did it not one time and not 2 times. You can see it even on by okay. I will stop.
It's not distracting in the middle of tefillah.
Not for me. Because that's what Hashem wants me to do. I know I've been tested now. So, הלכה ולמעשה. No. For this, she's not going to call me, bring milk. Probably it's important. Probably it's important. Expectations. We have a lot of expectations, right? From our kids. Yes or no? Okay, good. We want them to be perfect. Yes or no? Oh, yes. Can they be? Are we? No. Okay. But somehow we want them to be perfect. Okay. We have to learn to accept them the way they are with love. This is the kind, because every child, you have to understand, came to this world for a mission. I have a mission, you have a mission, everybody in this room have a mission, including the people on the Zoom now. They know already because I'm saying it over and over again. Every person gets a character according to the mission that he came to this world for. A character that needed for you to accomplish the mission that Hashem sent you over here. He didn't send you over here just to eat sushi. You have a job to do. We have to find out what is the mission. Okay, that's different classes, but we have a mission. Every child cannot be the same. No way. Even twins that came from one placenta, not even two, okay? Identical twins, identical, they two different characters. I have twins, okay? Two different people, like a husband and wife. בדיוק אבל. And not only that, one is righty, one is lefty. Identical. But the character, one is more כזה mellow, and the other one, so he is the protector. So if somebody do something to you, you call me up, I'll take care of you. This is something, but they don't have the same mission in this world. He has a different one and he has a different one. So don't have expectation from all of them the same. They're not going to be the same. Impossible. Don't, לא לשדר ייאוש. שמתם מה זה? מה יהיה איתה כבר? אני לא יודעת מה לעשות. I don't know what to do with this child. באמת, I gave up already. This is like you take the machine gun and you come into the child, boom, 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 boom. Get out of here already. I've had it with you. You see sometimes infants, 2 years old. Ima belachatz. Why are you so under pressure? He doesn't speak yet. Maybe I'll take him to Igal. Yeah, doctor, maybe this, maybe that. So no. You see this child that spoke to you? Huh? He didn't speak until 4 years old. כלום. להגיד, אבא, אמא, זהו. We were, so when he opened up his mouth, yeah, Habibi, now to keep it quiet, I said, די כבר, די, Habibi. He said, Abba, I have to bring, I have to pay with interest now. He speaks non-stop. Fast, we were. So, don't give up. You should not give up. A child, 3 years old, he doesn't know yet how to להרכיב puzzle, how to put the puzzle together. Ima says, something is wrong. Maybe he's an autist. What do you say? So, not each child develop the same way. Our expectation is that our kids will be wait. So, my Chevutot had the least kids that they had. My Chevutot, he had 13 kids. And one had 19 kids from the same Ima. Same Abba, same Ima. I'm telling you, now you have 19 kids, each one is different. How do you manage this? So I used to go to the house just to see what they do, how they can operate like this. Ima, Kacha, come. And she had time to bake for me. She knew I like, then I used to like ugat perek. Every time I came there, and they are Hungarian, so they know exactly how to do it. Rabbi Haimoff, I have the cake that you like. Fresh. I just did it. I said, you have 19 kids. Your parents are here also. And your husband is here. You have time to bake cake for me. She said, what's the big day? I wanted to find out what's the big deal? Huh? And you don't see house. You see beds, and a table, and a long one for Shabbat, and so. And everybody knows what to do. Come, boom. Yeah. But the beauty of it is that every child is different. Every child is different. And they copy this. They copy. We have to see who is the child, right? And to cope with that. If you're expecting them to be all the same, and don't compare to your sister why these children knows how to fix the table, you don't know yet. Wrong. Concentrate on your kids, what they're able to do, what they're capable to do. Develop their skills. That Hashem gave them skills in order for them to fulfill a mission. Okay? So each one is a different, and you have to deal with them differently. That's the beauty of being a parent. To understand the psychology of each child. Not every child you have to deal. It's not one size fits all. That's what it is. Now, I want to start on values, ערכים. מה זה ערך? Let me start with a story, and you will understand what I want to talk about. My shul is big, you know, can pack at least 350 people. So on Erev Yom Kippur, you can imagine how the shul, how it looks, right? Some people bought seats. The 350 is packed. And now you have newcomers that they don't know what this. Yom Kippur, I see in the back, there is no empty chairs now. So they're standing in the back. And I see Israelis, you know, with long hair, you know, earrings over there. But now he came with a white suit, you know, Yom Kippur, you have to wear. Okay, I don't know where to pick it up. And I say, okay, probably he'll stay for a while and he will go. Habibi, he took the book, the machzor, he stayed up to the end. And whatever we did, he did. Something don't click over here. After the tefillah, I told him, where you? מאיפה אתה, מאיפה זה, אתה מאיפה, אומר, אני מאשדוד, אני מפה, אני משם. There were like 4 or 5 of them. I said to them, may I ask you a question, but please don't get offended, okay? So, no, we're not going to get offended. I said, are you keeping Shabbat? He said, I said, how about a kashrut? Is a פעם כן, פעם לא, depends. מה עם החגים? זה חגים, עזוב אותנו, דחילק. Okay, I said, so, you know that Shabbat is more important than Yom Kippur. So why you don't keep the main thing and you... So listen to what he said. He said, מה אתה רוצה מאיתנו? That's what we saw at home. He said, when Yom Kippur came, my parents, pitome, I don't know what got into them. My father himself went to the switches and he put, tape. He said, if somebody will touch this, I'm going to chop his head off. Yom Kippur Ayom. And we don't know what Kippur is. We don't know. But we saw Abba and Ima. He said, the fast will start. We have to finish the food. And he said, my mother was half dead. My father was all day in shul. And I said, we don't know what happened. But year after year after year, we saw they took it so seriously. My father was like an angel that day. He wore, white suit, white kippah, Malach Hashem. And they fasted up to the end. Ima didn't. He was saying, Ima, what do you do? No! לאכול יום כיפור, מה אתה משוגע? Don't say it בכלל. He said, so that's what we got at home. And that's why I'm here for. I told him, are you going to fast? He looked at me and said, now I'm getting offended. I said, why? He said, Yom Kippur, there is a limit. I said, that's what I saw at home, and that's what I got that is very important. You understand now what does it mean, a value? What is important for you will be important to your children. But important. The father took action. He said, don't touch the light over here. In Shabbat, they didn't see it because he went to Bloomfield to see a poem, right? A derby, a Tel Avivi, right? That was... So the child got the vibes at השידורים האלה, that this is important, right? Pay attention. How come we from childhood, we wanted to bring as many kids as we can? You know what? My father always used to say, איזה טיפש אני, רק 6 הבאתי. הייתי צריך להביא 12. So he looks at my mother and says, what did we do? Why we stopped? We should bring 12 kids. Every time the same thing, we have the same kids. And my mother, until now, she says, ילדים זה שמחה, ילדים זה ברכה, ילדים זה טוב, תביאו ילדים, תביאו. So at home, כן, היה איזה בן, השם שלהם היה הברירה הטבעית. אתם מכירים את זה? לא מכירים אפילו, איזה ישראלים אתם, אני לא יודע, אוקיי? So they used to sing, ילדים זה שמחה, ילדים זה ברכה, and I used to sing to my kids כל היום. אבא, enough with this song. ילדים, until they singing it. Yeah, right? Good. Why? They understood it, okay? So he has 10 kids because we said we made and my wife said always, me, because the medical issues I couldn't bring more. Even the last one, we took a chance. But if you can, don't stop. The kids will always leave you young. And we got it as a value. A child is a value. But if the child says, these kids, I'm telling you, because of that, I didn't finish my college. I cannot go to work. What did I do? And the kid said, oh, when I'll get married, if I'll bring 2 children, my husband should give me falafelin. 2 kids I brought. Thank you, you said. You see? 2 different ends. It depends what you're hearing at home and what at home they're bringing as a value. If chesed is value in the house, the kids will understand that chesed is something very, very good. And they see Abba is doing chesed, Ima is doing chesed, they'll follow. They're looking to see what we say it's important, for them is going to be important. Yes? So that's, Mr. Hashem, we're going to be our next year. I'll give you advices, okay? Or how to implement it at home and to say it out loud. Don't be afraid. Because once I heard in my own ears, Abba came from work and Ima says, oh, Mazal Tov, Mazal Tov. He said, מה יש? The neighbor, מקומה שנייה, she gave birth to baby, a boy. He said, עזבי אותי מהמשוגעת הזאת, כמה הביאה כבר זאת? So she said, so Ima said, I think 8, I think it's 8, I think. זה פסיכית על כל הראש, תביא אוכל, נו יאללה, תביא אוכל. And the child is there. What did he hear? The neighbor is משוגעת. To bring many kids, אתה משוגע, אתה. You plant a seed that you don't know how it will grow as poison. Don't do this. We have to watch what we're saying, you know that? Small things create big things. This you have to know. Shabbat Shalom to all of you, to be continued.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom, Tzaddik.
Shabbat Shalom. This is my son Eliyahu, Rabbi. This is my son Eliyahu.
Eliyahu, how are you, Eliyahu?
Baruch Hashem, how are you?
Baruch Hashem, very good. Watching.
I wanted you to get to meet him.
Bezat Hashem, soon enough.
God willing.
I'll be in touch.
Yes. Good Shabbos, Rabbi.
Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Good Shabbos, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Good Shabbos.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Shabbos.
Thank you.
Shabbos.
Thank you so much. Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.